Hello and welcome to the Quad Life. Well, in Genesis chapter 1, we read that God put the stars and planets in the heavens to be signs for seasons. And we're now well into the fall season. And we see every year it goes from winter, spring, summer, and fall. And throughout each season, we all do different things. So living here in Iowa, I see a lot of farming activities and agriculture. And during the spring is when farmers get the soil prepared and plant their crops. And in the same way, we read the parable of the good sower, that the person who was spreading the seed, that some fell on rocky areas and did not grow up, and others were in shallow dirt that sprang out quickly, had no root, and went down. And still other seed, though, fell on good soil, produced a crop, sometimes up to 100% of what was sown, or double. Well, now that we are in the fall season, we're on the other end of crops that we're now harvesting. And you can sit by farm fields around Iowa now, and you'll see large combines that come up and are harvesting maybe soybeans or corn or some other items, but those are the main ones here. And I watched my cousins and family harvesting around my grandma's land and her house recently, and really it is fun to watch. But for me, it gives a reminder of the Bible as well, that just as we see harvest coming now, we see a machine that threshes whatever crop it is and separates the good product that we need to use and spits out all the chaff. And the same way, there were parables that Jesus gave, that there were weeds within the wheat that were growing along with them. And Jesus said not to take them out, but at the end of time they will be separated from each other. And with modern farming techniques, we don't have as much trouble with weeds, but we still all need to be prepared, and that everything will be separated on the end from the good and the bad. So just as a combine may be coming toward you and you see things that go quickly away, and you can see the end is coming. And just like we sometimes see rabbits in a cornfield or bean field that have been living out there comfortably all summer long, they suddenly have everything exposed, that where they're living is no longer there, and they do what they can to hop away to shelter and to get away from what is coming. But the Bible also says that at the end times, that when Jesus returns, people will be calling for mountains to fall on them and to hide them from the wrath of God. But no matter where we're at, then we cannot hide, because God sees everything. But then at the end of harvest, or while the field is going on, the crop is taken into trucks or wagons, and then uses an auger that it goes up into storage bins to be used or sold at a later point. And again, Jesus also told a parable that a farmer had a very good yield and was going to build bigger barns in order to keep everything in it and be settled for years to come. Well, as he also said, we need to be giving toward God and not lay up for ourselves treasures in heaven, or to lay up for ourselves treasures in heaven. That in that parable, the one who was building larger barns was his life was taken from him that night and given account of what his life was. So again, as crops are stored today, that's not a bad thing, and it's what is needed to be able to have grain throughout the year as different processes are needed. But again, it's also a reminder of that at one point, those that have been redeemed or that have repented of sin and come to Jesus, that they will go to him in heaven forever in eternity, and those that aren't will be left out. So it's just kind of the things that I think of while sitting and watching my family of doing harvesting, and it's fun to see the full cycle again from year to year. We'll never know what an entire year will take again, that what will be going on by next harvest, and so we take each day as it comes, thankful for what we're given. And I hope that you will be reminded of that as well, even with a guy who can't keep his words straight today. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye.